Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I hope all of your NEET preparation is going well. So this is part 3 of chemical control and coordination chapter. I will share both part 1 and part 2 videos link in the description box so you can see them as well. Let's begin. First topic is thymus gland. Thymus gland is a lobular structure. It is located between the lungs and behind the sternum on the ventral side of the aorta. Thymus gland functions to develop the immune system of our body, and it is also used to differentiate T lymphocytes, which provide us with cell-mediated immunity. Other functions of thymus gland is production of antibiotics. Now these antibiotics provide us with humoral immunity. So both immunity functions is performed by our thymus gland. So in old individuals, this thymus gland degenerates, which is why the immune system of older people becomes weak. So that's about thymus gland. Now we have adrenal gland. There is one pair of adrenal gland which is located at the anterior part of your kidneys. Now there are two types of tissues of the adrenal gland. One is adrenal medulla and other is adrenal cortex. The adrenal medulla is located centrally and adrenal cortex on the outside. Adrenal medulla secretes adrenaline or epinephrine hormone and noradrenaline or norepinephrine hormone. Now let's elaborate the functions of adrenaline and noradrenaline. So both adrenaline and noradrenaline are together known as catecholamines. They are secreted in a stressful situation or an emergency situation. That is why they are called as emergency hormones. Both adrenaline and noradrenaline are called hormones of fight or flight. Now the functions of these hormones are: they increases the alertness and pupillary dilation. They are used to increase piloerection. Piloerection means raising of the hairs. Next is they increase the heartbeat and stimulate the strength of heart contraction. They also increase the rate of respiration. So this was all about adrenaline and noradrenaline. Next important topic is adrenal cortex. So there are three layers of adrenal cortex: zona reticularis, zona fasciculata, and zona glomerulosa. Reticularis is the innermost layer, middle layer is fasciculata, and your outer layer is zona glomerulosa. The adrenal cortex secrete hormones which are known as corticoids. There are two types of corticoids mainly. One which is responsible for carbohydrate metabolism. They are called glucocorticoids. An example is cortisol. Cortisol is the main glucocorticoid in our body. Second category is the one which regulate water and electrolyte balance of our body. These are known as mineral corticoids. And among them, aldosterone is the mineral corticoid which is main in our body. So now we will discuss some very important points about cortisol and aldosterone. We will discuss the functions of both of these. So the first function of cortisol is that it stimulates gluconeogenesis, lipolysis, and proteolysis. Next, it inhibits the cellular uptake of amino acids. It is used to maintain CVS, that is your cardiovascular system. Cortisol is responsible for maintaining the kidney functions. It also acts as anti-inflammatory reactions. It is used to suppress the immune response of our body. Next, it is also used in the formation of RBC. These are extremely important functions of cortisol. Next, we will talk about aldosterone functions. Aldosterone is responsible for the reabsorption of sodium ions and water. They are used to excrete potassium ions and phosphate ions. Next, they maintain the electrolyte balance of our body. They maintain the body fluid volume, the osmotic pressure, and the blood pressure also. These are very important points of cortisol and aldosterone from exam point of view. Next gland is the pancreas gland. Pancreas is a composite gland. That means it is both exocrine as well as endocrine gland. Now the endocrine gland of the pancreas consist of islets of Langerhans. They are 1 to 2 million in numbers. There are mainly two types of cells, alpha cells and beta cells. Alpha cells will secrete glucagon and beta cells will secrete insulin. Discuss in detail about glucagon. So glucagon is a peptide hormone which is used to maintain the normal blood glucose level of our body. They act on livers, mainly on hepatocyte cells. They are used to stimulate glycogenolysis and gluconeogenesis. So whenever the blood sugar level of our body increases, it leads to a condition known as hyperglycemia. So thus glucagon is a hyperglycemic hormone. Next we will talk about insulin. Insulin is again a peptide hormone which is used to regulate the glucose homeostasis. They act on hepatocytes as well as on adipocytes. Insulin is used to enhance the cellular glucose uptake. Whenever blood glucose level decreases, it leads to hypoglycemia, which is due to insulin. Insulin is used to stimulate glycogenesis. Glycogenesis is conversion of glucose into glycogen. Now prolonged hyperglycemia will lead to a disease known as diabetes mellitus. This diabetes mellitus is due to formation of ketone bodies. The treatment of diabetes mellitus is mainly insulin therapy. So that comes the end of part 3 video. I hope you all understood it well. Please watch the previous videos as well so you can understand better. Thanks for watching.